Hello and welcome to all. Today's session we will see criteria to identify test cases for the automation. Okay, so if in case in your organization we are using either Selenium, Playwrights or jmeter, or if in case in maybe in interview, okay, usually the interviewer asking the question, what are the criteria or you are for identifying the test cases for automation? Okay, then today's session we will see the criteria to identify the test cases for automation. Okay, so usually what we're doing, one big mistake, like as a team, okay, we are trying to automate every test cases. Okay, but automation is not about automating everything, it's about automating the right things. And as part of today's session, we will see what are the criteria, okay, we need to consider before we automating or selecting test cases for the automation. Okay, so okay, so before we start, first we'll understand, okay, if in case your test cases is goal is to functional testing, okay, then we'll go ahead with the selenium or the playwrights. We will not use the jmeter. Okay, if test cases is saying about UI validation, then we'll go ahead with the functional verification like selenium or the playwright. Okay, browser testing. Okay, so if in case our test cases is verifying the browser compatibility, okay, we'll go ahead with the selenium or the playwright. We will not go ahead with the jmeter. Okay, but if in case your test case is talking about the performance, load testing or the stress testing, then definitely we'll select the jmeter instead of the selenium and the playwright. Okay, so we'll start with the first criteria. So when frequently we are executing the some test cases, okay, if test cases is executed in every sprint, every release or the every build, then definitely automation saves the significant effort. Okay, so in that case, we'll go ahead and select that specific test cases for the automation. So here I give the example like login, search product, logout. Okay, so this is the basic flow, and after each build, okay, each release, we need to verify these things. Then definitely we will take a decision to automate the same test case. Then next, regression test cases. Okay, regression suites are the first candidate for the automation. Remember these things. Okay, like whenever the developers modify the code as part of QA, okay, we need to ensure that the regression uh, defect should not occur and a regression function test should work as it is. Okay, in that case, we'll select that test case as well. Okay, like here you can see like user registration, forgot password, order history. Okay, so this runs after every deployment. Okay, and these are the good candidate for the automation. Then next we'll consider the stable requirements. If your requirements are stable, okay, then we'll go ahead with the automation. And remember, if your requirements are not stable, like if you get changed every sprint or because of any continuous requirement, continuous development, okay, in that case, we will not select the automation. Okay, now here you can see, okay, button changes every week. Looks like this is not a stable. Okay, then in that case, we'll not consider that test case for the automation. Okay, where is the login screen? Okay, it is the same for years. Then definitely this is a good candidate or the good test case for the automation. Okay, then next, high business priority. Okay, now if you see critical business flows should always be automated. Like here you can see, like login, like payment, money transfer, flight booking, insurance premium payment. Looks like this is a high business priority, and we need to automate these test cases. Okay, because if we not automate and we just simply doing the manual testing, it may be like chances are there because of the human mistake we'll miss some scenarios and it is directly impacting to our revenue. Then high risk features. Okay, so this is also good candidate to select the test cases for automation. Features where the bugs cause severe impact deserve the automation. Like for example, tax calculation, loan interest, okay, medical prescriptions, then bank balance and insurance claims. The next test cases we will consider for the repeatable test cases. Like if testers repeat the same steps daily, okay, then we'll go ahead and automate it. Like for example, creating a user, approve the user, delete the user. Okay, in that case, automation perform the repetitive work without fatigue. Okay, as a human tendency, we'll not do the same task again and again. So we'll go ahead and we'll select the automation. Okay. The next data-driven scenarios. Okay, so this is the one of the workflow with multiple data sets. If in case we need to execute the same test case for the multiple times, then we'll go ahead with the automation. Like here I have mentioned, Playwright or Selenium will provide with Excel or CSV file. Okay, and we'll send 100 user names. Okay, with valid username and password, and we'll check it how it is behaving. The next, cross-browser validation. Okay, suppose if in case we need to execute the same test case on multiple browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari. Okay, so manual execution becomes expensive. So here we'll go ahead with the Playwright or Selenium and we'll execute the same test cases on the multiple browsers. Then cross-platform testing. Okay, suppose if our project requirement is like we need to verify the platform testing, like we need to make sure that product is you like if in case our product is using on Windows or the Mac or the Linux operating system, we need to make sure that in all the platform it should work. Okay, with different resolution. Then definitely automation it's a very useful. They here will write a script once and will execute multiple times or multiple platforms. Okay. The next large regression suite. Okay, now if you see we have manual test cases like 1200. Okay, and we have 8 testers, then it is 4 days. Okay, using automation, same suite within the 3 hours. Okay, we'll complete it, and it definitely it's a huge return on investment. Okay, so these all are the scenarios or the good candidate to select the automation test case for the automation. Okay, and in next session also we'll see what are the test cases we can see good candidate for the automation and what are the test cases we should not be automate. Okay, if in case you have any questions, queries, please let me know. Thank you.